Let's go, boys. Today took a loss. Today we had PMI news, 10 a.m. is a Monday of NFP week, so we could get a decent expansion. As you can see, we got a great push higher, but lost 250 on the funded account as well as lost 500 on the fresh 50k. So I just messed up some fundamentals. So looking at the 50-minute going into the day, my thought process was that we took out the buy side, we took out prior day high at 8 a.m. So during London, I would consider this London, and so expecting New York Open to distribute us lower to all these smooth lows down here, because you got to think where retail stops are. Okay, retail stops are going to be all below this level of support, right? As well as we have this range right here, right? And what's below that range? We have discount unfilled BISIs, right? Just very obvious, as well as this one. This one's unfilled as well, right? So those are my two targets, as well as these smooth lows. So I made a critical mistake of just skimming over my high time frame, and I completely missed this these stacking bullish SMTs, which would have completely avoided a loss today. But I take these losses for a reason. They happen, and I'll learn from them. So looking back at it now, you can see that it is extremely fucking bullish, right? Yes, we had SMT at the prior day high that was formed off of open, but we had London SMT right here. We had Asia. This is Asia SMT, right? We formed Asia SMT at this low. London opened, retraced a little bit lower, and what do? We fail to swing the protected low. Right, it's extremely bullish. From there, we get an expansion higher during London. And looking at this 15-minute BISI right here, right? I wanted to see this get retraced down into. Okay, but kind of with what I learned last week is that you can figure out if this is a breakaway or not if the 5-minute BISI gets filled. Right, so this 5-minute BISI got rebalanced, and that books price higher. Okay, so looking back at the 5-minute, the 15-minute, my fault. You see that I started looking for shorts right here at market open, 8:30. We were within this 15-minute BISI, but what did I expect? Right, I was bearish, so I wanted to see price in versus 15-minute BISI for a continuation lower. Right, but with the knowledge that I had, if I knew that we had London SMT at the lows, we just formed SMT at the prior day high, I would have most likely stayed out until one of these sides were broken, which in this instance, it was the high time frame bearish SMT that was broken. Right. And also, you could have just looked at, probably to be honest, I would have probably taken longs. This is extreme hindsight, but, um, you know, look at this. If I was bullish, I would have looked at this as 100% as a 15-minute breakaway. I was looking at this as a breakaway for the time being after we swept the prior day high. Then I was like, okay, now we can maybe push lower since we have SMT at the highs. Now we can target the 15-minute BISI, because that's what sometimes happens with breakaways, right? We'll use it for a bit, we'll distribute from it, we'll run away from it, and then once we hit a high time frame POI, then we'll return, right? So yeah, we were respecting this 15-minute BISI, and this is where I took my short on the 5-minute right here. So it was during the macro as well, I believe. Yes, so I took the short right here at the last minute of the macro when we switched over to 950 or 850. So 850 to 910. Put my stop loss right here above this order block and above this down close candle, right? Targeting 2R, which was this low, I believe. 2.2R. Stop loss to break even would have been this lower here. Why this low? Because it's the 15-minute BISI, right? It's the breakaway, right? So that was my stop loss to break even. Obviously, we never made it down there, so it doesn't really matter anyway. But now looking at it, if I was bullish, I would have hopped in 1 minute. And there's these two very nice longs. One of them failed. One of them was a break even. The other one was full take profit. But watching these two play out after me taking a loss, this one right here, targeting about 2R. Stop loss would have been a break even after us sweeping this high and us closing above it with, it being a 2R, right? And stop loss to break even level being too low, not really halfway like I usually like it to. I want to see price close above it above this buy side level for me to put my stop loss to break even. So once I got this closure above here, stop loss to break even, as you can see, price ran down. This would have probably stopped me out, even though it looks like it didn't. It's probably stopped me out. And then it continued pushing higher. But as you can see right here, 9:30 open, the embargo lift. 9:30 right there. What do I do? Before 9:30, we inverse this gap. Right, inverse this gap.
What are you doing up there?
Enter it up here. I want to stop loss right here to this low because we have SMT at the lows. Alright, and this is a protected low, right? So we have SMT at this low. And 9:30 open, failed to swing the low, rebalanced this inversion. And we completely distributed higher to this 4-hour buy side, right? So a decent sellout, I think it was like a 2.6 hour trade. That would have played out beautifully, but it's all good, right? So 2.3 hour trade would have worked out. Would have put my stop loss again. There's really no other buy side over here that I could put my stop loss to break even. So would have done right here. Very close, yes, but I would have waited for price to close again strongly above this buy side level for being to put my stop loss to break even. So this would have been a 40-point win, right? So after that, we just pumped for the rest of the day. And yeah, man. So hopefully y'all learned something today. And if you want to join the Discord, I'll leave all that in the description, as well as if you want to look into my Notion template that I just recently released. Has everything you need to start as a beginner trader when it comes to journaling your trades, journaling your day-to-day life, as well as a like personal development type shit. So if y'all would like to look into that, that'll all be left in the description. And I hope y'all boys have a blessed day. Peace out.